Hey, I'm Griff. Thanks for watching Music News. Making it onto the MTV Push 2021 shortlist is, it's pretty crazy. Especially just thinking about like the fact that I've only been releasing music for a year. I think it's like really reassuring that I must be doing something right. So yeah. I think I was driving in my car and I saw like an email notification, like with the subject of like MTV Push 2021, and I didn't really know what it was. And then I got home and like actually spoke to my manager, and it feels very surreal. I definitely don't feel ready. I feel like I've got a bit of imposter syndrome really, and I'm kind of making it up as I go along. But hopefully I rise to the challenge, and 2021 is a really good year. When it comes to writing songs, I think I try to write as honestly as I can about whatever I feel or think at the time about anything, and I always try to make it uplifting or have an element of hope. So even if I am singing about heartbreak or something sad, I hope that like musically it feels uplifting. So as long as it does that, then I think I'm happy. So my musical style, I actually feel like I'm still exploring what my musical style is. So, but at the moment, I'd say it's like, hopefully it's good pop. I feel like you have a lot of bad pop. Hopefully it's like good, emotional, uplifting, sparse pop. Okay, so I think the plan is to release an EP maybe around like March or May. I've been writing loads of songs over lockdown, so hopefully we can kind of cherry pick the best ones and put them into a body of work. But yeah, I don't think anyone really knows what's happening next year, so hopefully live is back and I can just keep releasing music. So my songwriting process, it definitely like changes depending on whether I'm like in a session working with people or if I'm by myself. But I think I'm quite used to kind of working by myself in my music room at home and just like trying to make a beat, and then usually I'll like sing melodies and have a rough concept that I want to sing about, and then usually cram that concept into whatever melody that I like. I'd say it takes a lot longer when I'm working at home by myself because I'm very indecisive and I'm trying to produce and do it all. Whereas when I'm in a session, usually I just focus on the song and let the producer take charge. But yeah, I just want to put out. I want to put out songs that like can uplift people and that feel significant for other people to relate to. And I hope in my career I can do the same when it comes to live shows, like put on incredible like live moments where people don't forget them. Hopefully if I can just put out good art, whether that's visuals or songs, then I think that would be like my ideal vision for my career. I think I always really liked music. It's weird, I was like working really hard on music, like trying to teach myself Logic. I was like travelling in from, like I'd go to school, like go and then travel into London and work with producers and come back and then do my A-levels with them. So like I was working really hard at like trying to develop my songwriting, but I never really believed it could be a career. Like I think I knew the chances were so slim. So literally up until maybe I like signed a deal 2 years ago, I was like pretty ready to go to uni and do like geography or something. So yeah, I think when I signed it felt like I could actually do it full time. It's been a bit of both. Like I've definitely been doing it for a long time, and like especially like because I live outside of London, like I would do lessons in the morning, travel into London, meet a producer that I like didn't know, try write a song, come home, do an essay, and then like go to school in the morning again. So I definitely like look back at like the last 2 years of school and think that was like a lot of hard work. But then at the same time, like I've been super privileged and I've like so many opportunities have like opened, and I count myself extremely blessed. So yeah, it's been a bit of both. It's been like, I guess, good blessing and luck and hard work at the same time. If I'm not doing music, it's weird because music was always the hobby, literally up until last year. It was kind of like music was the hobby and then school was the main thing. And now that music's the main thing, I'm trying to like rediscover what I actually like to do outside of that. But I like to make clothes and I like to sew in my spare time. And like sometimes when it comes to photo shoots and stuff, I'll always try and like make an item of clothing. I'm sorry, no, I'm not wearing something that I made right now, but yeah, I like sewing in my spare time. Musical heroes. I grew up on a lot of like R&B and soul, so like I always think of Stevie Wonder and like Mary J. Blige. And then I think when I got a bit older, I completely fell in love with like Taylor Swift and her songwriting. I'd say Lorde is a big musical hero too. Yeah. Where am I from? So, where am I from? So my mum's Chinese, my dad's Jamaican, but I'm actually born and raised in a very small village called Kings Langley, which is outside of London. And I still live here with my mum and dad and family. Yeah. It's hard because like I think the adrenaline that you get from live is like no other, but I have to say studio because I think the goal for me was I never really thought in my head that I'd like try and be a pop star. I think I was just happy to just be in the studio and write songs, and that's kind of like my first love. So yeah, I'd have to pick the studio. Musical ambitions. I just hope I have like a longevity career. Like I think I just don't want to be one of them pop acts that kind of just like come and go. Like I hope I have a really longevity career and release songs that are timeless and that feel really significant to a lot of people. Yeah. So if you haven't listened to my music, I'd say Sound of Your Voice is a good one to listen to. If you want like if you're one of them people who like want to feel a bit in your feelings when you listen to music, maybe go for Good Stuff because that's like a sad ballad. And Forgive Myself. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say to anyone who does know who I am and has been listening to my music, just thank you. Like it feels pretty crazy that there are people out there who actually listen to what I put out. So yeah, thank you. And if you don't know who I am, check it out, and I hope you like it.